Hello and welcome to game number 2 for the grand finals for the Netolic Pro League East. We're going to be seeing which one of these games is going to be getting ahead, because this is a best out of 5. We are at an even score. And then you ask, well, why are we at an even score? Well, you just said it was game number 2. Well, I shall tell you why. Because this were the brackets. And it was MUFC that got themselves a 1-game advantage from coming from the winner's bracket, while Vici Gaming just won themselves a game against MUFC. So put themselves on even ground with MUFC. And now we have 3 more games to go. Potentially could be only 2, depending on who is going to be winning which game. As we will see how this is going to go. The game was fairly even for a long time until CTY just decided it was over, and he just owned. Let's say that way. That sounds nice. Of course, this is not all that I have to say, because as I have said the whole time already, and I know that some of you are getting sick of me saying it, but I will continue saying that, because I can't believe that people would pass up on a chance to win a ticket to TI3, including flight and hotel. I know, you don't want to miss that. So that is why you should be joining raid call room 2013 to get yourself a chance to win that ticket. You have to wait until there's actually 5,000 people at raid call though, because that is what we're needing to go there, and that is what we're needing to get that giveaway. So make sure you head yourself over, as we are at 1,500 right now. We need a lot more, but I know that we can do it. I mean, look at the amount of people on the stream. If everybody just joined, then we would have at least 5,000. So just go there and we will be seeing if we can get ourselves a giveaway for that, as of course I myself have got the chance to win that giveaway as well. Anyways, Vici Gaming, MUFC. We're going to be seeing which one of these 2 teams is going to be winning the next game. Going to be getting a game ahead of their opponents. It's going to be a Lifestealer, a Bedrider, Shadow Demon, and Nyx Assassin getting banned out. Now the only difference that we see from previous game is the Magnus and the Lifestealer. Magnus was banned out in the previous game, and now Lifestealer is the first ban for Vici Gaming. And MUFC taking a lone druid once again. They played him in the previous game as well. Didn't really go as they wanted to, of course. In the end they did not win, but that allowed Vici Gaming to pick up the Magnus, which is quite a decent hero. I mean, you know, it is the Magnus. Everybody wants to play the Magnus, which is why he's normally banned out fairly early. Oh, I forgot to mute my phone. There we go. We have got Shrek and the Anti-Mage as well by Vici Gaming, so we will see ZSMJ on his Anti-Mage. We'll see how that goes. They deny CTY his Queen of Pain though. They will be having that one on MUFC, and I'm kind of hoping that Huntfresh player will play his Queen of Pain, but we'll find out which one he'll be taking on. And the Rubik was the one that MUFC picked up as well, so maybe they can't get themselves their own Magnus. They might be able to steal off that RP regardless though, as we have got the Juggernaut getting banned out, as well as the Keeper of the Light. Juggernaut, of course, the hero that MUFC had in the previous game, combined up with that lone druid. And in terms of roles, and what we still see getting banned out is, we know that we still need a secondary carry up on MUFC, because we know they like to play the lone druid on the offlane. So we see carries banned out by VC, now also the Alchemist. On the side of Vici Gaming, it looks like they might be expecting the Magnus to go for the solo mid role. They banned out the Darkseer. Shrek can be expected to be supporting the Anti-Mage. We saw Vici Gaming going for an aggressive trial-in though, and as I said during the first drafting of game 1, where Anti-Mage was actually banned out, is that we have seen Vici Gaming going for an Anti-Mage on a safe lane solo, and then
10 seconds
go
remaining.
for the what was I saying? Wow, brain fart. That was that. But then have an aggressive tri lane still with the Shrek and anything else they want to throw at that. And there goes the lone druid and the Visage getting banned out. Visage, interesting ban out for Vici Gaming. Maybe they are expecting an aggressive trial of their own, with a Clockwork now picked up by VC. Now I'm kind of expecting to see him as an offlaner, as we normally see that on the Asian scene, though in European scene, or Western scene I should say, because not just European, also of course North American scene. Clockwork has been played as support lately as well a lot, so we'll see what they're going to be doing with that, as the Lina was the hero that MUFC picked up. Of course you have got the Telekinesis followed up by the Light Strike Array, and of course a lot of early game burst damage
10 seconds
for
remaining.
for a bit of aggression on the side of MUFC. We're gonna see how fast they can get that going though, as they haven't used any of their bonus time. Well, 1 second. They're gonna be using a bit more now. Both teams actually not using any of their bonus time yet, or at least apart from that 1 second. Quite surprising. They know what they want. I'm gonna assume that then. Apart from MUFC right now with their last pickup. But yeah. They don't know what to pick. It's gonna be a carry. Which one works well together with Lina? I'm kinda we kinda could be seeing a Luna here. Lina. It's gonna be annoying, but still if I'm talking about burst damage, that's actually even more burst. Now the thing is though, like in terms of disables, they have of course got the telekinesis and the light strike array. Difficulty is if you go for a Luna, you can't really go for more you don't really have an extra disable, which I'm kind of thinking that you kind of want to have. Now the question is also that do you want to go for more team fight, because you know that you're going to be already out team fought with that Magnus RP that kind of overrules everything. So maybe they really want to have more team fight. In that case, go maybe for a Faceless Void, but that would definitely be calling up on late game. And do you really want to risk that? No, they don't. Oh, they were gonna go for disable, alright. And they're gonna go for a Sven. I was not expecting that one. I was more expecting something like a Dragonite still, but kind of Sven falls in the same line, I guess. Disable of his own, which is, of course, as I just said, quite important to have. And a lot of burst damage. And more importantly, able to get ahead earlier on the lane already, and then having having Sven in form earlier than Anti-Mage is in form of. And let's see what we are gonna be seeing. We're seeing disconnects, that's what we're seeing. We're probably gonna be having a pause the moment that this is over. Remaining. Hopefully it's not more than a pause, and I don't really want to have a remake, but hey, who am I? I'm just a caster. Don't really have any influence on that, but let's see. Let's see who's gonna be playing or what. Why is my skin not working properly? There we go. Now it's working properly. Oh, you don't even see the skin, do you? Nope, you don't. Noted. Oh wells. Let's see how they're gonna be running their lanes here. We have got CTY playing the Magnus. Fenrir is gonna be playing the Leshrac. We had the Sand King as the last pickup for Vici Gaming. So I kinda hope secretly that this is gonna be a Sand King Leshrac lane. Oh my god, did they change that? They changed it. Rather than having the Sand King, you know when the Sand King joins in a pause game, he's like flat out like he's sunbathing. Right now he's pretending to be a ballerina. They changed it. Look at him pretending to be a ballerina. I can't really get the camera around it, but I'm looking at the Sand King, of course. There we go. Ballerina Sand King. You can expect him like twirling around in the circle right now. Ooh, oh, sorry. But he was, before that, he was all, of course, all flat out and stuff. Anyways, we have got reconnect, so let's focus on the game. So CTY on his Magnus, indeed. It will be XTT on the clock, we'll be going on the offlane, ZSMJ on the Anti-Mage, Leshrac and Sand King as support, but I'm kind of hoping they will be trying to roam around. They will be leaving ZSMJ and then go roaming, because this double stun combination is super duper strong. Let's see what MUFC has in store for us. We have got WWK playing the Queen of Pain. So unfortunately for me, no Huntress player on that one this time. Winter will play the support Rubik. FZYY going for the Lone Druid once again this game. And behind him he has Ling following suit. It's going to be Lina for him today. And further behind it is going to be the Sven Huntress player. Will be playing that one for his team. And I kind of think that the aggressive trialing potential is quite high for them. Though they have to be ready. If this is indeed an aggressive trial-in and there is a safe trial-in for Vici Gaming, the counter initiation from Vici is definitely very high with the Burrow Strike Split Earth combination. Of course, one downside of having the Sand King in a trial lane, I mean, if you want to go for your Burrow Strike, you kind of put yourself in danger, so... Or in danger, rather. So you have to be careful, but the counter initiation definitely strong in them. And it looks like they are going for an aggressive trial-in. Now, I believe it was actually Winter that said on the stream of Beyond the Summit, like in the time where Sven was a very high profile pickup, for Western teams. He said he didn't understand why that would happen. Fenrir gonna get stunned up. No follow-up stun though. Telekinesis up on the Sand King, dropping him back. Light Strike Array gonna be hitting up on ZSMJ. Can't really follow anybody though. And that's gonna be not a first blood this time. As we saw the first blood in the previous game, of course, still at the same runes, but the rune was actually illusion on the clockwork. For him. There they go. Put in the creep wave. But yeah, I believe it was Winter that actually said, like, I don't get why Western teams favor Sven so much, or fear Sven so much, I think, because he realized why he was favored, because of course high burst, etc. Because he thought it was fairly easy to shut a Sven down, because if he doesn't get an early start, a good start, then he will not be doing anything. ZSMJ gonna get double stunned. Can they take him down? Did he have enough burst? I don't think so, not yet. Only level 1, no Dragon Slave to follow it up with, but that's already a slight show of potential on the side of MUFC. But yeah, if they can't stop this Sven from being successful in this aggressive tri-lane, Vici Gaming is going to have a problem. Because one thing, you'll be dealing with a very, very powerful Sven, because if he gets ahead, he will stay ahead. And on the other side, you have an anti-mage that's not really that farmed and will have a tough time picking up on this farm as well. So it goes both ways. Well, it goes well. If you lose this lane, you lose double hard. It goes for both sides though, but a bit harder for Vici Gaming, because the other one that they're banking on is the clockwork. While if MUFC lose their aggressive tri lane, they still have a lone druid that is decently farmed, because he should be able to get decent farm against the clockwork here, especially with those harassments. And again, I mean, if this lone druid gets level 5. That's gonna be trouble for him. Let's see if Sven gonna be able to get away here. ZSMJ gonna get a telekinesis. There will be a light strike array there as well. And ZSMJ might be the first blood here. He can blink away, and he will blink away on 50 HP. It's gonna be Huntress player in some trouble. The Dragon Slave. He sticked around. He went back in, and the first blood goes to Ling on his Queen of Pain, on his Lina rather. The Dragon Slave picking him up. The meantime, the Queen of Pain that I mentioned was actually very low. It was the CTY with the shockwave that was able to get the harassment in. They do need their bottles. And the bottle is ready upon the Magnus. There is also a bottle, I believe, upon the Queen of Pain, but she only just bought it, so she is slightly behind on the farm, it looks like. 7 for 1 on the Queen of Pain, while CTY is at 7 for 2. And that is a... Okay. Wasn't close at all. I was never worried. Were you worried? Yeah. Never worried. It's fine. Fine. Because, I mean, that lane, in theory, should be in favor of Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain wins mid. Queen of Pain wins mid. And by the way, for the people that are actually sitting in the raid call channel, the requirement for the giveaway for the TI3 ticket has just dropped from 5,000 to 4,500, because I mean, of course the organizers want to give away that ticket as well, but they just need to get that number to get probably some kind of extra incentive from the sponsors. So you need to be sitting in that raid call room. Come on, people. Give people the chance to win that ticket, and if you don't want it yourself, you can give it away and make someone probably the happiest bunny in the planet. Person on the planet. Can be a bunny. Also, yeah, come on, you can do it. I mean, don't let people down. Don't do it for me, do it for your fellow viewer. Do it for your fellow viewer indeed. Well, 8 last hits for ZSMJ so far. We have Huntress player sitting on 15 to 5. And now with MUFC also taking the first blood, they are definitely doing okay on this aggressive tri lane. They're not very convincingly winning, but they are winning for sure. They're not really winning mid lane though. Like, even if they play even here, playing even when you're a Queen of Pain versus a Magnus shouldn't be possible. Magnus should be getting behind, and he's actually doing a bit better. 16 for 1 on the Queen of Pain, while CTY is sitting on 19 for 2. Now the difference is minimal, but there should be a bigger difference in favor of the Queen of Pain. Lone Druid in the meantime level 5, and that's gonna be spelling trouble for CTT. As we see CTT actually knowing that he's in trouble, so he's gonna try to pull the creep wave away. Knows that he can't really be close to Lone Druid anymore, because that bear will wreck him if the entangle was there. And that's gonna be bottom lane. I guess definitely won by MUFC. So MUFC doing okay on 2 out of 3 lanes. So all over, they're getting ahead, and that shows on the whole graph as well. I must say, I'm quite surprised that both games that we've seen so far, both teams, apart of course from the team that is on the safe lane, they're leaving the jungle almost completely alone. Not doing anything with it. Let's see if Winter can get something going here. Light Strike Array is around the corner as well. Just need to find a target. And I think they want to find a target. They're at least going to be getting the neutrals here for sure. Fate Bolts and Dragon Slaves just cleaning the creep wave out. And this also will allow them to push, perhaps go for a dive. But I think that's a bit too early maybe for that still. I mean, as I said, the counter initiation is just too strong to really be doing anything reckless. So you need to know you're going to be able to get ahead. In the meantime, talking about getting ahead, Queen of Pain not getting ahead. 26 for 4 now. She is getting ahead a bit on the farm, I guess. But trouble for sure. Definitely with the RP now up on the board as well. CTY level 6. Absolutely no mana though, but you know, the idea is there, the thought is there. We have a smoke up. In the meantime, we have already got FY standing around there, and this is trouble for him. If he's gonna get caught out of position, it is gonna be FY that's gonna be scouted out first, and they're gonna maybe go for him. No, they don't. No, they don't. And this is not gonna be a go. The smoke being scouted out. Both gangs failed. Even though Link still has the smoke up, but you kind of can assume that they did know that Huntress player was left by himself, so ZSMJ actually got himself a bit more, and they're actually gonna try to go for this. Going for Fenrir. He's or going for ZSMJ now. Fenrir is of course the one that couldn't blink away. And would be able to do something against Anti-Mage getting hit upon. But they couldn't get him anymore. In the meantime, Lone Druid, like I said, looking for those entangles, but XCT not gonna be risking it. It's gonna be not coming close. He's level 6 in the meantime, by the way. And then we take a look at the net worth. Lone Druid is ahead. Queen of Pain following suit shortly after, slightly ahead of the Magnus still, purely because of those last hits. 36 now with 28 for CTY, getting a bit behind there. WWK doing okay now, turning it around. Luckily for him, so I mean that was about time. But the top lane, ZSMJ 18 for 2. And take a look at his net worth. I mean, it's just kind of sad. In terms of supports, it's also going to be going the way of MUFC, just purely for the fact that MUFC has been able to get the kills, get the neutrals. ZSMJ, trouble, splitter, telekinesis. He's going to go down for the second time this game. Winter picking up the kill. 2-0, and both kills going the way, or going the way of the Anti-Mage, as in deaths, both deaths going the way of the Anti-Mage. Oh, there they go again, up on Fenrir. The sun is there, no follow-up sun though. Dragon Slave was there, still doing a lot of damage, but not enough. Level 5 upon the Lina, level 4 upon the Shrek, and the Sand King level 2. And this is kind of trouble. I mean, look at the level difference. Level 3 now for Sand King, yay. TPs are gonna come in. This is gonna be the Clockwork coming in. They kind of need that Magnus as well though if they really want to do something. He does have the mana for an RP, but I don't think he can TP out. No, he can't. Telekinesis there. It is gonna be the spend that they want. Can they get him is the question. He can run faster as Winter still picks up Fenrir at the back end of things. The hook. XCT looking for that hook. Can he find it though? Look at the jukes. The jukes out on Trash player will be able to stay alive. ZSMJ is gonna be continuing to farm. He's taking a lot of damage though, as actually that was still the flare doing enough to pick up on Trash player. The jukes were apparently not enough to prevent that from happening. So finally Vici Gaming gets themselves a kill, but they did lose Fenrir for that. And they did waste a lot of resources for that, as in Clockwork used his ultimate for that, used about all his mana, used a TP scroll, and gave Lone Druid a bit of free farm, as his bear is actually going to be in some trouble with Sand King hanging around there. Bear is actually going to go down, but the new bear will be there. I know, that rhymes, it's amazing. And meantime, CTY still sitting mid on his Magnus, still not having to go for... Well, still not going for his RP. I'm kind of curious to see why though. Like, normally when there's a Magnus on the map, the moment that he turns level 6, it is like war. I mean, he wants to go for that RP and he wants to make it useful. He wants to go for a kill, but does he really want to try and go for a kill upon the Queen of Pain first? And continuing this this one-on-one battle, as we see that ZSMJ is in trouble. I mean, could he not better go top and turn this around? Because this is not going the way of Vici Gaming, and they need something to stop this from happening. Because at some point, ZSMJ needs to be big enough to take on that Sven. And right now, he's nowhere near big enough. He has barely got any gold. He is lower than the support Rubik in terms of net worth, and that says something. We do have a gank up on the Queen of Pain in the meantime. Follow up, Split Earth up on the Burrow Strike, and that is gonna be the kill going to the Magnus. So that is a good kill. But I mean, we already knew that mid lane wasn't really the strength of MUFC, though they weren't really losing it, they weren't really winning it. But they were winning bottom lane, haven't done anything, and Vici Gaming haven't done anything to stop that from happening. MUFC won top lane, Vici Gaming haven't done anything to stop that from happening. And I'm kind of curious to see why they did that and what they still have up their sleeves that they think that can still get them the game. I mean, of course, in theory, the whole thing about having a Magnus on the map is that everything is still possible. ZSMJ not going to be able to dodge that. Telekinesis is going to be there as well as the Light Strike Array. No way to get away unless you can blink, and your stick towers are going to keep you up, which was the case. Is he going to try to flare himself in, to hook himself in? Yes, he does. Finds himself Link, Cogs, Lina. Does as much damage as she can before she goes down, but down she goes regardless. So a follow-up kill for that one. MUFC slightly overextending, not getting the kill upon ZSMJ. That would have been another big kill though. I mean, Anti-Mage is really slowed, really slowed, but the burst damage is not enough. Imagine if that Lina would have had her level 6. That would have been a dead Anti-Mage for sure. And she almost has her level 6. In the meantime, Lone Druid pushing as well. I mean, we have got 2 towers down so far on the side of Vici Gaming. But both of them, of course, going the way of MUFC. And no towers down on MUFC side themselves. As we have WWK level 9 right now, has got a Sonic Wave up. Might be trying to go for something as the Entangle hits upon FY. And he is trying to get away. I don't think he can do that though. Not with the one hit from the Lone Druid. Another Entangle. Even that wasn't really needed, but that just shows how lucky this bear can be. Indeed. Gold graph just going upwards. Not that much just yet. Actually, let me rephrase that. Quite a lot. Really a lot. I saw it wrong. Wow. That is almost 7,500 gold, and we are not even 15 minutes into this game. That is just quite insane. I mean, look at the net worth. It is Queen of Pain as well as, well, by CTY. Queen of Pain as well as Lone Druid. Very high up on there, and even third highest is Sven. So all 3 lanes of MUFC are doing very well. And experience graph will show the same thing. Maybe not as drastic as the gold graph, but that's because kill-wise there's not that much. This is just purely control of the lanes. 4k gold, 4k experience going the way of MUFC. Gold wise, with that tower down last year, 1 tower on the side of Vici Gaming will be a lot more. We'll be going up even higher. Oh, Fenrir are gonna get bursted down. Dragon Slave will do the job. XCT hooks himself in. And he's gonna be getting the bear inside his cogs. Laguna Blade Sonic Wave though cleans him up. Here comes the Squirrel. Link goes down. So they get a return kill. Epicenter being completely wasted by FY chasing down that bear, but the bear just gets resummoned and is in no danger of dying anymore. So Vici Gaming get themselves a couple of return kills, but do go down for it. And it's just in terms of control, Vici Gaming, they don't get anything out of the kills that they get. Basically, the kills that they get are a result of MUFC slightly overextending, or making maybe microly wrong decisions, and Vici just, you know, taking advantage of those. But every time MUFC gets a kill, they get something in return. Towers, map control, lack of farm for an Anti-Mage, for example. While MUFC, if they lose some heroes, I mean, they can back off with the rest and just continue farming elsewhere. And you know, they lose a couple of lives, but in the end, it's not doing that bad. Look at this Winter. He's been in 5 out of the 8 kills and has not died yet a single time. He's not the only one that hasn't died yet, though. That Lone Druid has been in 1 kill, 1 assist. Hasn't died yet. Hasn't been shut down at all. Doing really well. Has got his armlet already ready. At the same time, I mean, the question is, how fast does MUFC make this game? Because we all know what Anti-Mage is going to do, and even though he's been shut down, the potential is still there. Let's see if they can take him down. The Telekinesis is there, Light Strike Array, Laguna Blade will be there as well, and that should be, that doesn't maybe got him safety. 30 HP left. He pops himself, does still go down though. His burrow strike not helping out. Here comes an RP, only up on one. Scores down towards the tower, but WWK can blink himself into safety. Never mind, Flare will do the job. Winter on the run. There will be another burrow strike just if the vision is there. Look at the Jukes burrow strike. There we go. That's gonna be Rubik still going down, and Magnus picking up the kill. Finally, a couple of kills that made it worth it, but again, NTMH goes down. CTY though, getting his blink dagger ready might be the sign of things changing around, turning around, because they need to defend right now. They need to stretch out this game. The longer the game goes, the better it is for their anti-mage, and of course the more impact those RPs will have. And when I mean more impact is if you get a good RP, you don't just get a tower, and if you win a fight, you don't just get a tower later on in the game. You get control, you get map control, you get towers in return for it. And if you get a good RP right now, you get a kill, but you don't really get anything in return because the respawn times are so low. So you need to have those good RPs. So that's why I say later on in the games they're just more valuable if you hit them properly. Burrow strike misses up on WWK. It's gonna be Fenric trying for Split Earth, canceling his animation. Gonna leave Queen of Pain walk with us live. Let's see if we can find some new items. We do have the Orchid almost ready up on the Queen of Pain. Gonna be going for that one with a regen rune still in the pocket as well. In the meantime, Sven going probably for the standard build. I mean, he already has his drums, going for BKB. Maybe still Mask of Madness and Chrysalis probably afterwards, and Daedalus if he gets the gold, etc. So, you know, his build shouldn't be that much of a surprise. As we take a look at how ZSMJ is doing, I mean, still he's got treads. He's got nothing. He's got nothing. Look at his net worth, lower than the Lena, rather. There's no Luna in the game, and Lena actually has got herself a Gem of True Sight. What I just said about map control, so very true. They need map control. They need map control to... Did I just say something about map control? Did I only think that? Well, if not, I will say it again. Map control is very important, of course, because you want to take farm, and if you take away the map control of your opponent team, they're not going to get more farm. So that is why we see Link picking up the Gem of True Sight. As that is one of the things that Winter always says. Around 20 minutes, you have to have yourself a Gem of True Sight just to shut your opponent down in terms of farming. That's exactly what he does, a bit earlier even than 20 minutes, purely because they are so far ahead. They're jumping towards that 10k gold in favor with only 17 minutes into the game, as now the tier 2 tower goes down without any fight, because the fight's here on the bottom lane, on the top lane rather, where Sven actually goes down, and they... Well, can they actually take this tower in return for it? Because they kind of need to. But they also need to defend their tier 2 middle. But at some point you have to realize, you know what? Us getting gold is more important than giving the opponents more gold. Or than denying the opponents more gold. Because they're already ahead anyway. And why not take down the tower if you can to try and get yourself some more core items up. But it looks like they are going to value defending their tier 2 a bit higher, as they are coming in to defend it. Their RP is not there though, they used it on the Sven. And that's going to be Clockwork going down actually, Queen of Pain.
Sound of mind and...
Clockwork was around there, he died. Overextension a bit from XTT, not even a Sonic Wave used for that. The ping's going off from everybody. What were you doing there? Oh, that's gonna be that's discussed right now in the Vici gaming communication program, whichever they use. If they use one, yeah, they must use one. You have to have your headset on. Have the game sounds going. Haste rune up on the Rubik. Push going on the mid lane. Let's see how far they can come. ZSMJ. I keep checking his farm time and time again, but you know, you see the net worth as well. He's going up, but he's going up very slowly. And they just need to get more time. Question is, will they get the time? Another tower for the bear. This bear is going to be filthy rich. As this holds grass is going to be the next one up. And last tier 2 tower. I wouldn't put my money on this one, because that one is going to go down.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Ooh, bottom. It is gonna be Cleaves. Oh. Yeah, I was gonna say. That's a double kill. And that is gonna be anti-mage Again, going down. Had a Sand King with him to protect him. Still no towers down on the side of MUFC. And this is going to be CTY in a lot of trouble. There comes the telekinesis. The bear looking for entangles. Gets it as well. Knife Strike Array. And a kill. Even Laguna Blade being used for that one to secure the kill. Link getting the last hit. Let's see what Fenrir can do. I don't think he can do anything though. Same as XCT. Can't really do anything at all. And that's gonna be tower going down. They can't do anything against the last tower standing on the map for Vici Gamer of their outer towers. And right now MUFC, they're in a position to decide, you know what, we can try to push up to the high ground, or we can secure ourselves the Roshan, and then have ourselves a margin of error and then go up the high ground, which is probably what they're gonna be doing. Just go for the Roshan. They probably can get it without really being worried of fight, even though me saying that now makes me realize that Vici Gaming, if they have one big chance of a big ass team fight, that Roshan pit is where it's at. They don't have any ward coverage though, of course, with the gems. But if you imagine yourself the combination of a good RP, epicenter, split earth, maybe a mana void on top of that, I mean that's a lot of AoE damage. And even if there's gonna be tanky heroes on the side of MUFC, they still will be able to take down most of them, and maybe not the Sven because he's got himself a BKB ready. But that just means that he will be the last one standing, and they will be able to focus him down the moment he, well, he is the only one left standing. So let's see what they can do if they get a good positioning in. Look at the positioning of MUFC though. They know this is not the place that they want to be stacking up, because it could be very dangerous. 1 RP and everything can turn around, which is of course the reason why a lot of people pick Magnus. Just to have that chance later on in the game where 1 RP can mean life when you're on the brink of dying. Flare, still giving some vision. Contrast Flare gonna be going in again. Light Strike Array helping out. They are tanking it up. Oh, FY is in trouble. Hook in. There's the BKBs ready though. It is gonna be an RP, but it is not gonna be enough. The Aegis gets killed off by the Radiant, but it's Anti-Mage that picks it up. And that's gonna be only the Anti-Mage staying alive. He blinked in, blinked out. That was him. RP getting used, but didn't hit on anything. Sven got himself out in time, and ZSMJ's Aegis already got popped and already went away. So the Roshan went down to the Radiant, but the Aegis went the way of the Anti-Mage. And it is gonna be a team wipe almost-ish. And MUFC are gonna be looking to go for Lane Rex, and maybe even more. I mean, they don't really have to worry about anything because that big ass team fight with the RP on cooldown, don't really have to worry about that one. I think he actually got 4-staffed out of the cave there, but nobody has a 4-staff, so I guess that's not the case. Nope. Interesting. I think maybe the cogs pushed him out actually then. And that's a GG. You saw that too. I mean, obviously, Vici Gaming knowing that they wouldn't be able to get ahead anymore, so MUFC take a lead in this best out of 5. It is now 2-1 in favor of MUFC, with both games having taken 1 game, and of course that 1 game winners bracket advantage from MUFC back on the table. We're gonna be seeing if MUFC can take it in the next game, getting themselves that win, or if Vici Gaming are gonna be forcing out that last game. Anyways, stick around. My name is Sheever. If you want to support me, you can do so by following me on youtube.com/SheeverGaming. Of course, also check out my website on SheeverGaming.com, where you can also find where you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook, etc., which is all under the name of SheeverGaming. Surprise. And yeah, that's that. Of course, once again, head yourself over to Raycall room 2013 to get a chance to win that TI3 ticket. And even if you're there and you have to go, just go to the AFK channel, sit there, because the thing is, the admins really want to give away that ticket, but they are not allowed to unless we get 5,000 or, well, 4,500 people on that Raycall channel. So make sure you head yourself over there and try to make this day the luckiest day of someone's life, potentially, if they wins the ticket. Or she, that is. Anyways, let's jump ourselves into the next game. Don't go anywhere. More MUFC taking on Vici Gaming coming up next.